Good morning, friends. Over the last couple of days, we have talked about communication and making connection a priority. Today, we're going to talk about something every single married couple experiences: difficult conversations. And yes, this may not be fun to talk about for day 3 of Military Marriage Day week, but it's a necessity and it fits very well with what we've been working on. Now, before you think, oh, great, this is going to be uncomfortable, let me encourage you with something. Healthy marriages have difficult conversations. The goal isn't to avoid the conflict. The goal is to learn how to handle it in a way that brings you closer together instead of pushing you apart. Can I ask you a question? Are you anything like me and have started a conversation by saying, I'm not mad, but... And before you even finish the sentence, your spouse looked at you and goes, you seem mad. Or maybe you've asked, is everything okay? And heard the famous answer, I'm fine. We all know that I'm fine doesn't always mean everything is actually fine. Sometimes our tone says more than our words could. Here's something I've learned over the years. Most difficult conversations don't become difficult because of the topic. It becomes difficult because of how we approach them. One of the best things you can do is choose the right time. If your spouse just walked in the door after a 12-hour day, if they're walking out the door for work, if one of you is exhausted or overwhelmed or sad or mad or hungry. Let's be fair here. Hangry is a thing. This might not be the best time to bring up a serious concern. Sometimes waiting for a quieter moment isn't avoiding the conversation, it's preparing for a better one. As I said yesterday, it's not you versus your spouse, it's you two versus the problem. That one mindset can completely change a conversation. So instead of trying to win an argument, we begin asking questions. How do we solve this together? You're on the same team, always. So, another important reminder is to, once again, listen before you respond. You are not in a courtroom, as much as it may feel that way. There is no redirect. There is no, can I please ask another question? It is just saying something as simple as, help me understand. Those 3 words invite conversation instead of conflict. Maybe your spouse is feeling overwhelmed. Maybe they're discouraged. Maybe they're carrying a stress that they haven't even talked about yet. When we slow down and listen with curiosity instead of being defensive, we create emotional safety. Another helpful sorry guys, another helpful tool is using I statements. Instead of saying, you never listen to me, try saying, like we did on day 1, I've been feeling unheard lately and I'd really like to talk about it. One approach blames, the other invites your spouse into the conversation. The goal isn't about proving who's right. The goal is to understand each other and protect the relationship. As we've gone over a million times already, military life brings unique challenges. Long hours, deployments, unexpected schedule changes, parenting through stressful seasons, financial pressures. It's okay if those things create difficult conversations. It doesn't mean your marriage is failing, it just means you're human. So, strong military marriages aren't the ones that never struggle. They're the ones who keep choosing to work through the struggle together. So, as I have every day, here's a challenge. The next time you have a difficult conversation, start with one simple question. Help me understand how you're feeling. Then really listen. Don't listen to respond or defend yourself. You want to understand, and you'd be surprised how much that can change the conversation. As we finish today, I want to leave you with this thought. A healthy marriage isn't one without conflict. It's one where 2 people continue choosing love, respect, grace, and understanding, even when the conversation is hard. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about healthy boundaries and how they actually strengthen relationships instead of causing distance. Until then, remember, you're on the same team. Take care of each other, and I'll see you tomorrow.